So quite recently, or I guess not so recently, a new Pokemon have been revealed for the new Pokemon games, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. This image was leaked a few days to a week before the official unveiling, and because of this, and because of the way it generally looked retarded to some people. They thought that it was a fake mon, basically, because it wasn't officially unveiled. And at this point, a lot of fake mon for Pokemon X and Y were, floating around the internet. So generally, people just thought this was fake, especially considering people started to classify it as a new form of a new form of Mewtwo. Uh, People just found it hard to believe that, they would give Mewtwo a new form, that they will step into the realm of first gen and, pick up Pokemon from there and give it a new form. But, little did they know Game Freak actually did that. But yeah, while all this was going on, while people still thought it was a fake one, people actually suspected it to be a new form of Mewtwo, which was the minority at the time, since it looked similar to Mewtwo. You know, Others argued, which I guess was the majority, that it didn't look like Mewtwo in any way. Maybe the head, but other than that, it didn't look like Mewtwo in any way, and it could have been a new form of Mewtwo. And generally, you know, go back to the first thing I said, they thought it was a fake mon. So why even bother, you know, thinking it was a new form of Mewtwo or not? It's fake anyways. But little did they know, it was actually a real Pokemon. It turned out to be real, because it was officially revealed, I think, like a week ago or so, on the Pokemon channel on YouTube to be a new Pokemon for X and Y. So it was actually legitimate. So yeah, that was like a big smack to the face, basically. Like, oh well, frig, I guess it's real. So yeah, this Fatemon turned into a real Pokemon, or a real Mon. Anyways, so yeah, uh, when the Pokemon Company officially revealed it, they classified it as a new Pokemon with a familiar look. Now they're basically trying to imply, or basically trying to say, well, hey, this Pokemon may look like Mewtwo, but trust us, it's not a new form of Mewtwo. But yeah, they were basically trying to hide the fact that it was a new form of Mewtwo, but that was failing obviously because just looking at it, it really just reminded you of Mewtwo, and in the gameplay trailer that they showed for it, it basically used the same attacks that Mewtwo would use. So it was too blatantly obvious that it was a new form of Mewtwo, and their attempts to hide it was a bit fail. But yeah, but some people still thought that it wasn't a new form of Mewtwo because, they were saying it's a different or a new Pokemon. But yeah, when I first saw it, I personally thought that was a new form of Mewtwo, simply because of a couple of reasons. First off, when Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 were first announced, and they showed off White Kyurem and Black Kyurem, they classified those as new Pokemon as well. They, played them off as new Pokemon. Now, it was too obvious that White Kyurem and Black Kyurem were basically forms of Kyurem and Reshiram and Zekrom. Basically, you can obviously tell they are new forms, or basically fusions. So, although the fusion did, in a way, create a new Pokemon, it was still a fusion, it was still a new form. So, yeah. So, as you can see here, with the unveiling of Black 2 and White 2, they tried this bullcrap before, and well, it didn't work. It failed. Too obvious, man. The second reason is that, well, basically, every, well, everything seems to be getting a freaking new form nowadays. Uh, Especially in Black 2 and White 2. Keldeo got a resolution form. The three genies, Tornadus, Landorus, and Thundurus, they got new forms. I can't remember what their forms are called, but yeah, they got new forms. Meloetta always had a different form from the time it was introduced, so I guess I can't really count that in. But even as far back as Platinum, now that I think about it, Shaman got a freaking Sky form. So, you know, based on that trend, you can't really call it a surprise that a Pokemon got a new form in this generation. I guess the real surprise was that it was Mewtwo, and because of this, a lot of Gen 1ers and other people were complaining, saying that they're messing up Mewtwo, messing up first gen in general. But hey, you know, and you know, the third reason was, well, it generally just reminds you of Mewtwo. Like I said before, some people may argue that it doesn't look like Mewtwo, only the head a little bit, but that's it. But just look at it, man. It just looks like Mewtwo. It just reminds you of Mewtwo. And I don't know, man. It just does. So, yeah, that was just too friggin' obvious, man. So, yeah. If you don't know, the new Pokemon has already been confirmed to be the new Mewtwo form. It's already confirmed, it's already official, so yeah, that's all the way. Uh, if you didn't know that, well, I'll let you know now that it was shown off in the Koro magazine. There's an issue that talks about the new Pokemon movie coming out with Genesect and Mewtwo. And yeah, basically Mewtwo acquires this new form out of need to defeat the red or the shiny Genesect, since apparently the shiny Genesect is too powerful. Uh, I must say, you know, the new Mewtwo form doesn't look bad, in my opinion. Actually looks pretty badass. And you know, that makes sense since a lot of people have been saying that it looks like uh, Boo and Frieza fused together. And you know, Boo is my favorite villain from Dragon Ball Z, and well, Frieza just looks badass as well. So put two badass evil people together, and you get an even more badass character. So that automatically makes the new Mewtwo form look badass, since it looks like two badasses mixed together. So yeah. Uh, I just found it weird that they give Mewtwo a new form though, because up until Arceus' introduction, and yes, I am pronouncing it Arceus because I think Arceus sounds retarded. Uh, Mewtwo is the strongest Pokemon up until Arceus' introduction. Some people say that Mewtwo even rivals Arceus in power. So yeah. So based on that, if Mewtwo can, you know, rival the creator of Pokemon in power, then he should be able to take down Genesect. But then again, now that I think about it, Genesect is a bug type and a steel type. So bug is super effective against Psychic, and Psychic is not so effective against steel. So I guess Mewtwo would need a new form to get some more power to take down Genesect. But you know, I think that's only because of PIS, otherwise known as PIS, plot induced stupidity for the movie, because in the game we don't know if Genesect or Mewtwo will have any correlation. We don't know if in X and Y, if to achieve or to get Mewtwo to change form, if you have to fight a Genesect or anything. We don't even know if it'll even involve Mewtwo and Genesect meeting in any way or anything in the game. So right now, we can only say that Mewtwo gets a new form because of plot-induced stupidness for the movie to take it down because of typing. But in the game, we don't know anything. They may have just popped up this new form because they wanted to. But yeah, uh, that's basically it for this video. That's basically my thoughts on the new Mewtwo form and whatnot. So yeah, now it's time to let me know what you think. Do you like the new Mewtwo form? Do you think it should be a separate Pokemon? Do you really and truly think that looks like Boo and Frieza mixed together? Which, in my opinion, I think it sort of does, but yeah. Do you think Mewtwo and Genesect will correlate in the game in any way? Do you think to get a new Mewtwo form, you actually have to fight a Genesect or need a Genesect in any way? Do you think that the story in the new movie, will actually be in the game somewhat? And how do you think the new form will come about? How do you think we will get it? Do you think we'll need an item or anything like that? Or some sort of special event or anything? Uh, yeah, so just let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below and let's have a chat about this new Mewtwo form.